I loved Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I loved Power Club.
No time for time travel.
Welcome everyone to the No Time for Time Travel podcast, where we are a podcast for nerds by nerds. My name is Tony and I'm one of your co-hosts, and joining me this week is my buddy Quoc from Canada.
Hello.
Yeah, you can say hi.
I already did. Hi.
Okay. Alright,
Too late, Tony. Too late.
So we are friends who just wanted to do a podcast on nerdy stuff because we are kind of nerds too. So before we are headed into the nerd news, Quoc, how are you?
Good, man. Good. It's windy over there, so my internet connection might actually go in and out.
Oh, okay. So last week on the other podcast episode, we had issues for even starting it because Lamb had no Skype, and when he tried to update it, it crashed his computer.
Oh.
so he fixed it, and then I told him to get what's that called? Log me in, or like the join.me, so that I can try to help him troubleshoot. And and then when he tried downloading that, it crashed again. So we spent an hour and a half trying to get it to work, and then it didn't work. So we just called each other on the cell phone and then recorded it, and it was super low quality.
I mean, we could do that too if like the audio is too low for you.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's fine now, so it's okay.
I have T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile as well, but that doesn't matter because we're using Skype right now. I have T-Mobile, and it sucks for work because at work, like, I get no reception, and when I'm at my desk, my phone is uses the Wi-Fi, and that's the only time I have reception. But then if I'm like out and about and they're trying to call me, then no one can reach me, which really sucks.
It's free over here in Canada. I can still use their like 4G over here, so I just use like the internet, their Wi-Fi or the roaming thing. And it's free.
Oh yeah. Because it's like free for Canada and Mexico? Is that it?
Oh, no, there's a bunch of other countries as well.
Oh, yeah,
so,
but I mean,
it's
like,
awesome.
Immediately to the US, I think it's like the connecting countries or something like that.
Yeah, they have like more benefits. I think like with calling and everything, it's free. Calling and texting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember when they didn't have that. And then like, I flew to Canada to visit my cousin. And when I landed, I didn't turn off my roaming. Once I landed, my email got caught up, and then my text got caught up, and within 5 minutes, I got like a $105 charge from the whole like T-Mobile roaming thing.
Yeah, technology came a long way, man. So I'm very grateful for T-Mobile.
Yeah,
like I think one of my coworker had a Verizon before, and then they don't have this option. So when people call, it's like it charges them, and then they can't really make calls themselves. So it's like, oh, that sucks. I have T-Mobile.
That's a good way for advertising.
I know, but I know it sucks in the States though.
Yeah.
Compared to other ones.
Yeah, it does. But then all the other ones don't really work outside of the US.
Country.
Yeah. So what's new? Like, I think you went to the concert. What was it? The rock? No.
Wango Tango?
Yeah, Wango Tango. How was that?
Wango Tango. Yeah. It was awesome, man. I went mostly for Backstreet Boys though.
Oh, you know what's funny? So, someone I know was showing me the video that when she went to Wango Tango, and then she was like with her kids and everything, and then she saw this group of people and they were all dancing like crazy, and she's like telling her kids, "Oh, I want to go over there," and then so she recorded it. And then she showed it to me. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Quoc, Hung, and... So I was like, what the heck? Yeah, you guys are being recorded. And I talked to Hung about it, and he said that, yeah, a lot of people were recording you guys. So
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when me, Vince, and his brothers and friends, we go to like Backstreet Boy concerts.
Uh-huh.
And we always go all out. So... This one is just more of a, I guess, all artists with a guest appearance with Backstreet Boys, but like for Backstreet Boys specific, we normally have like shirts.
Yeah.
So like people was like, hey, you want to take a picture with us? And then they would record us and then stuff like that too. Because we go crazy.
Yeah, I think like at one time. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, there's a train going by in the background, so sorry to everyone that might hear that. Yeah, there was one time where you guys were all. It was 4 of you, right? And then you all wore T-shirts, and each one said like a letter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was like
BSB.
Yeah, BSB, and then someone. Were you the exclamation mark?
Yeah. I specifically asked to be the exclamation point because we had an odd number of person, and then it was like, oh, okay, well, I'll be the exclamation point, so I'll be that forever.
Imagine if you had like a fifth guy, then the first person could be like either a hashtag.
No, we did have that. I think one of them it was a hashtag.
So, okay, hashtag BSB exclamation mark. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then hashtag doesn't work. I mean, with the exclamation point. Surprised you didn't go, Tony.
Oh yeah, my back is out. I injured my back, so my left leg is fully numb. So I can't do anything. That's why I'm not going to EDC this year, and that's why I'm not going to.
Wait, what happened to your leg?
This year. Huh? Oh no. So
wait, what happened to your leg? Why is it numb?
No, I injured my back and compressed on my nerve, my spinal cord. So then my left leg is like numb on and off, which really sucks.
Oh.
So I was like, oh crap, I can't do much right now. And it's like,
how do you drive?
with terrible pain or numbness. Yeah. There's like this lag time on the Skype. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You get cut off in and out as well.
Oh,
it's
okay.
probably like the way here, maybe.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just my internet over at this hotel here. So.
Oh. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so over the weekend.
I realized I realized how slow some of the internet over in California is relative to like Vancouver. But I know like some of my coworkers, like they have pretty slow internet. But like, with coming back home, I think 2 weeks ago, like I was trying to download something that's maybe like 100 megabyte or something, and I was like, man, this is taking forever. It's like 10, 15 minutes. And then I come back home when I download something like around like 200 or 300 megabytes, it's like 2 seconds. I'm like, man, I'm really taking it for granted.
Yeah, like I feel that way too, cause like at my house, my internet's super slow. So when I'm like in near my workplace, then my internet's super fast. So like I'm like, why is my home super slow internet? Then I find out my dad paid like for the lowest tiered internet possible, and it's like, okay, I guess that makes sense because like no one really uses it, and if they do use it, it's just one person like streaming everything. So the reason why for me I can't download anything at home when I go home to visit my parents is because my dad's always like streaming on Facebook, and if he's not, my mom's watching like Asian drama on like online. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Take this so for granted. I'm gonna miss high speed internet.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll get it on your phone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, over the weekend for me, I went to Magic Castle on Friday night. They had this really good duo that performed. Their names were Nathan Fan and Robert Ramirez, and they're also musicians, so it was really cool. And they're also comedians, so the whole show was like a magic show, comedy show, musical. So it was super hilarious. Like there's like some like I won't ruin too much of it. Like there's this portion where he does like this trick where like there's a lot of blood and stuff, and then while he's doing the trick, he's singing the song by Radiohead. It's like, I'm a creep. It was so cool. But yeah, like highly recommend that duo if you ever like are back in the States and ever like want to see a funny show, because they're magicians, but they're also really good comedians and musicians, and they play on the ukulele, so that's cool. Like they do a lot of that.
Wait, were they one of the main shows, or were they like a side show thing?
They were so the castle has 2 main shows now. So they have the main palace show, and then they have the downstairs pillar show. So they were the second main show, like the pillar show. So yeah, like I don't know if when they'll be back at the castle. What was that?
I'm surprised you're still a member of Magic Castle.
Oh yeah, I love that place. Even though it's
Because I think last time you were like, oh, I don't use it that much. And then you say, I think I'll cancel it. And then 2 years later, here we are. You're still there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so if you're back in California, you should probably check out that show. I don't know when they perform, but they also do like, other shows too, outside of the Magic Castle.
Oh, right. Do they have their own like show like at different venues or?
Yeah, they jump around on different venues. So wherever like they can get like a spot to sell tickets, they would have a show.
Yeah.
There's also this the show on CW, I think. I don't know if CW or like some other network. It has like a lot of magicians just performing, and it's called like Masters of Illusion. And one of those guys is actually a regular on that show.
Oh, okay. So he's is it like a host sort of thing? Like you have like a TV host and then they start doing things, or is it like?
No, it's just like someone hosts a show, but it's not like a competition. It's just people performing. So it's a performance show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, on Sunday I also went to like a bunch of escape rooms in San Diego. I don't know if you saw any of the pictures that we posted.
No, I always get like those messages like it's like, oh yeah, you've been to escape room. I was like, no, why am I still in this group? I was like, no, I'm missing out on so many. It's like, stop it, stop going to places.
Yeah, we went to like 5 escape rooms in San Diego, and it was like every escape room we did was better than the last one we did. So it was so crazy. Like there were some that were scary that we knew was scary, and it was still scarier than what we expected it to be. And then there was like some where we didn't think it was gonna be scary, then it became kind of scary. So it was very like they didn't say much of it and much about it, and then we didn't really know what was in store for it. And then it's like, oh yeah, you guys can open your eyes and start the game once you hear the creepy girl laughing. I'm like, what the heck? Wait, this is a scary movie?
Oh, it's that scary. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like so much scary where like all of a sudden they make a loud noise out of nowhere.
No, it's mess of your mind
Scary.
and psychology scary.
Oh man, that's okay. That's worse.
Yeah. There was like one escape room I felt like it was just like I was gonna get killed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. But they were good. They were really good. So yeah, when you're back in town we'll let you know like which ones they are. And
So then in San Diego, right?
yeah, but there's also some like near OC and LA now that are similar. There's one that just opened in Fullerton area that's very similar to that. So yeah, I think if you like scary stuff, the Fullerton one will like haunt you in your dreams. It's one of the guys that we did the room was with was like saying like, oh yeah, it came home with me and I have PTSD. So yeah, yeah.
Oh no. Wait, how was it compared to, was it the basement, right? That was the scary one you guys talked about like way back then.
Yeah, way back then. I felt like the basement wasn't like super scary. It was more like scary creepy. So it's like the level of scary I would say is like, let's say basement is like Saw, right? The movie.
Okay.
And then
Sense.
and then the other ones that we did was more of like The Ring.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So basement was more just like kind of like not gory, but like I don't know how to describe it.
It's like,
But I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's like being in a scary environment versus
Yeah.
being scared of, for your life.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
We'll see if I want to go that one.
Let's move on to the next segment. So
Cool.
we're gonna get to the nerd news. So, I mean, the first thing I'm going to say is some sad news, which I have to say because I want to just acknowledge it. Zack Snyder and Deborah Snyder, the directors of Justice League and like Watchmen and stuff. Have you heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they actually just stepped down from Justice League. They already finished most of it, but they're stepping down because one of their children was succumbed to suicide. So they're taking the step down to be with their family. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way, and everyone's thoughts and prayers are with them. And public service announcement, I guess. If you know anyone who may be experiencing depression or suicidal thoughts, please call 1-800-273-8255. They're open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. So yeah. So we'll move on from there. But I just needed to at least acknowledge that because that happened.
Man, you kind of did like a double fake out with me. I was like, we have sad news, and then like, oh no, and then you told me, I was like, oh no, did they die something? I was like, no, they stepped down. I was like, oh okay, but their son died. I'm like, what? Like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that's just as bad.
Yeah, it was actually their daughter. So yeah.
Daughter. Yeah.
But yeah, it was really sad. When that happened, he was telling the news that his daughter actually passed away in March, but then he continued to do work, to drown himself in work and hope that it would be a coping mechanism. And
right.
But then he figured that now he has to be with his family. Like, he can't just like hide away at work anymore. And he didn't care about what people would say anymore, because he didn't want people to be like, because originally he didn't want to say that his daughter passed because they kept it a secret.
Right.
But then he never intended to share it, but now that he did, he doesn't care about what people say anymore because this is his family thing. So, and because I guess
he should.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like him for his movies, and I guess what people were like, what he's concerned about is people would be like, oh yeah, thank goodness that he stepped down, blah blah blah. But you know what? Like, after that news broke out, a lot of the community was very supportive, which was kind of surprising considering like how people, are bullies on the internet. So that was kind of surprising, but that also like gives hope to like, people still have hearts. So that's good. But yeah. So anyway, I'll just move on to the next news item. Let's see. So Counterstrike. Do you remember Counterstrike?
Oh god, yeah. I think
what
that was like way back then, like in high school.
Yeah. What are your memories of Counterstrike?
I remember PC cafes lagging with 56K modem. I think I kind of stopped. I think it was after 1.6, right? Was when they started getting the shields and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I kind of stopped after that. But I remember, like, oh man, it's kind of fun to play with it. Like, I didn't know what lag was, even though I was 56K compared to like, what do you call it? Those DSL people back then.
Wait, did I ever play Counter-Strike against you?
No, I don't think we ever met.
Oh yeah, we met after Counter-Strike.
Way back after.
Yeah.
Like 6-7 years. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's fun. Like, I think I play a lot of I used AK a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's like the best sniping.
Yeah. So the reason why I ask you is Counter-Strike actually has a new update, and it's called Operation Hydra, and it will run for about 18 weeks. Each week they'll have like some weird, crazy mode of play. So they have like this mode that they said it's called the Flying Scoutsman, which is like low gravity mode. So it's like one of those mods. Cool. Yeah, like did you ever play low gravity like when you were playing a long time ago?
I remember it. Yeah, I remember. I think I did play it once. Yeah.
Did you play Ice World?
Yeah, I love Ice World. So stupid though. Shoot the walls.
Yeah, there was. Did you ever play? So I remember playing once when they put low gravity and it was an ice world, which when you jump, you almost like never come down. So once you jump, it's like game over. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the other modes that they're also introducing within this Operation Hydra, it's called Stab Stab Zap, and it's basically you have a knife and you have a taser, and your taser when it tases them, it will recharge, and while it's recharging, you knife them. So it's like that's why it's called Stab Stab Zap.
Wait, they have a taser now?
I guess so. I haven't played since they had no taser, so that's been a long time.
Okay. So I didn't know if like they added a taser because of the mod or because like they already had a taser in the original game.
But yeah,
carry on.
Speaking of like games around that time, so you remember like Super Mario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the next thing I'm gonna ask, you remember when I first got the Nintendo Wii, and then like you guys all like came over and we were playing that game with a lot of those rabbits? Like,
is it?
It's a bunch of mini games with like rabbits.
Was I there?
Pretty sure you were.
Are you talking about Rayman?
Yes, Rayman with the rabbits. Rayman,
okay,
rabbits. Yeah. So
yeah.
So for the Nintendo Switch, like Nintendo, it was leaked. There was a leaked image of a new game that's coming out. It's called Mario and Rabbids. So Nintendo, Nintendo licensed it out to have Rabbids and Mario be in one game. So that looks pretty cool. But yeah, what do you?
Kind of strange. No, I just found it kind of strange that like Nintendo would license things out. They tend to keep to themselves a lot.
Yeah, you know, like that's kind of weird. I guess recently they've been starting to license a few more things out. So this is one of them. And yeah, because usually Nintendo is just like first party. Everything's first party. But I think what's going on is that because of that new system, the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, they want to be able to get a lot of third party support. Yeah, because if you think about it, all the Nintendo consoles did not really have strong third-party support. Like, usually you get a Nintendo system...
No, go ahead. I didn't say anything.
Oh. Yeah, usually you get a Nintendo system because you want to play Nintendo games.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much all they have.
Yeah.
But there's more option back then than there is now. So.
Yeah. So it's a little tougher now, so they probably need to get more third-party support to make sure that they can survive or something. Which, I think they're doing fine, though.
Are they? I was saying, like, how budget-wise they're not doing as great as they should be. But, I don't know. I don't do their numbers.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. But I knew that they needed the Switch to be a hit. Which, I mean, it kind of is. It's being sold out everywhere. It's still hard to get one.
Well, I mean, I think that's because, because of Zelda, right? Because that's like a main selling point.
Yeah, yes, Zelda. Yeah, that was the biggest game.
Yeah, yes, yeah. A lot of my coworkers are like really into it. So if they can't afford a Switch, they just buy on the Wii U. So, and some would just like to buy it because everything is brand new and try out then.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, you know me, I don't really like RPG style games. But I bought Zelda, and I love the game. It's so weird that I would.
You bought Zelda?
Yeah, I bought Zelda because I typically don't like those type of games. But yeah, this game is just super great. Like, I don't know, it's the next level of open world. Like, you know how open world games there's like barriers, there's still invisible walls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that way.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that way with Zelda. It's like completely open.
Wait, do you even like? I know you don't like RPG games, but did you enjoy like the Zelda games in general?
I liked
Or did you
them.
play the Zelda games?
I did. I liked them, but then I didn't enjoy them as much because they were so linear. And then like once you get to a point where you can't pass it, you're kind of stuck.
Oh, do you like it where it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, where you just roam around, do whatever you like, sort of thing?
Yeah, the open world type. Or I like games that have multiple paths, so that if I get stuck on one thing, I could still go a different route.
Right. Okay, that's probably why you like it more. Because a lot of people, like, they're telling me how there is a main quest and whatnot, but you can get distracted for like days and weeks on other stuff,
Yeah.
and then eventually get back to it one day.
Yeah, some people pass it. They beat the game in 20 hours. Some people don't beat it in like 100 something hours. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's just like everyone experiences the game differently. And what's really cool is that they never really like tell you too much on how to play it. So you're discovering like a lot of how to play it.
Yeah, I heard like there's a lot of cool like interactions stuff now. Like they made it so naturalistic.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, that's really cool that you can combine stuff and all the small nuances.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But yeah. Well, I don't know how we got to Zelda. But yeah, so let's go on to some like two more news items. So one is you know how like Resident Evil, the movie series, just ended, or did you know that?
Nope. Now I do.
Okay. I mean, the last movie that they just released was called Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. So I'm pretty sure that means it ended. But they were like promoting like crazy that it's the final chapter. It'll be the end of the series. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. This is the last one. Blah blah blah. So that people will watch it. And then that movie just came out a few months ago. And then now they just announced Resident Evil movie will get a reboot.
Oh yeah, I figured exactly something like that would happen.
Yeah, but they announced it while the other movie barely made it out of the theater. Like that's crazy. And but the director they have is really good. It's actually James Wan. Are you familiar with who that is?
James Wan?
Yeah, W-A-N.
Sounds familiar, but no, I don't think I am. I don't think so.
So he filmed several of the Saw series. He also filmed several of the Fast and Furious movies, and he's also filming Aquaman. And he's also attached to the Mortal Kombat reboot. So he's going to be the choice for Resident Evil. So it's like it's a pretty good choice actually, I think, because he has the history of like action and horror.
Yeah.
So pretty solid.
Wait, so what Mortal Kombat reboot are you talking about?
The one that's not made yet?
Oh, okay.
So, not the YouTube series. That was a good one, but
Okay.
it's not that one.
Yeah.
It's the movie. They're rebooting the movie. So it's going to be by James Wan, but he's not going to work on it or touch it until he's done with Aquaman.
Cool.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yep. We'll see. And the other thing, did you see Logan yet?
Nope. You know me in movies.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this news item because it is spoilers, so I'm gonna skip it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, people who are listening. You can't hear the news.
So we'll move on to the topic of the podcast. So
Sure.
Let's see. Okay, so the topic of the podcast today is game music and how it affects overall perceived quality of the game. This topic was submitted by Jerer45 on Twitter. So thank you, Jerer. And your name is, I think, Jeremy? Okay, yeah. Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Username Jerer45.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Alright, so let's look at this again. So game music and how it affects overall perceived quality of a game. So yeah, what do you think?
Definitely depends on the type of games. Because some games, they want to focus on the ambience of the game. So that will be like the breaking point of it, right? Like for other games like fighting games, you won't even really listen to the music as much, or even care too much what's happening in the background, because you'll be too busy button smashing, and you hear a lot of sound effects going on.
Are you sure about that? Because like
No, I mean like it's still there, but you still play without sound. And I was like, it's still fine. The whole essence of the game is still there. It won't like make or break.
I feel like you could like sum up Street Fighter with like the Gaio theme, like do 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 do.
I mean, yeah. I mean I think like game music, they're like nuances, right? They just add to it, and it's very subtle. So like it's there, but you don't realize that it's there. So people don't really pay attention to it as much when they play. It's just like brainwashing music.
Brainwashing music?
Cause yeah, like I know what I said. Like I know, I'm sure like you'll hear it in the background and everything, but it doesn't. I don't think it'll make or break the game for the most part, depending on the game. If you play RPG games and stuff where you wander around and you enjoy like the environment and whatnot, then yeah, you'll hear like the music. And then it's like it might add to it. But then if you're thinking about like the essence of it, you can go say like, okay, I used to play those really old RPG games where on like the calculators where it's just text and it's still super fun. You're just adding small details to it that makes it better slightly.
Oh, you're talking about the graphing calculator games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, 83, 86.
Yes. I guess it's kind of because it's subconscious. It's still, I think it will still affect like how you perceive the game as a whole. Because it's like a lot of video games have iconic music. You know, like when you hear that song, you'll know it's from that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe the older games may have more like iconic music because the newer games are like crazy orchestra stuff that you can barely like pick out the melody.
Oh, that's true too. I haven't played a lot of like the newer games. I think one of the newer games that I've played was like Bastion and Transistor. But then they're RPG games, but they focus on the style is very unique. Two, like the voice over, like there's like a narrator talking, and like when the guy talks, it's like wow, it's super amazing. And the music for then it adds to it because you're just like so immersed into the voice that you don't really care too much about like the gameplay. The gameplay stuff is fine. It's just regular RPG. You go around, do stuff, attack and things. But for that game, I felt like the sound was like its selling point. So it definitely depends on the type of games and what they're trying to sell or to try to focus on. Because if like I think like I haven't really played, but when like for Mortal Kombat, like the newer one, Mortal Kombat X or something, right? 10. Do you listen to the music when you play, Tony?
Not the newer ones. I don't remember any of the music in the newer ones because the music is so like it's so ambient and it's so complex. Yeah. There's no like no melody that goes through it that I can remember.
That's true.
The music itself doesn't like affect Mortal Kombat like the quality of the game. Because they replaced it by making the music ambiance versus making the music like iconic, you know?
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why like you're kind of right when you're saying like the older games. Like I remember like the Mega Man games, like the soundtrack for that, like all the levels or most of the levels.
Oh, I remember the very first Mega Man X level. Like I can't get that song out of my head.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so good. Like when you hear it, you're just like, oh yeah, that game, I remember that.
Yeah.
But now if you go, it's like, oh yeah, like let's listen to like, I don't know, Street Fighter 4, one of those levels. I'm like, oh okay, it's there, somewhat.
Yeah, I don't know the Street Fighter 4 music.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I play a lot of Street Fighter 4, and I don't really recall the music, but then I do listen to the soundtrack just for fun from time to time, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was there. But I'm like, it's like, it's not like, oh, that's Street Fighter 4. That's just like, oh, that was there when I was playing it.
Yeah. So you're probably right. Like now, the newer games, they're more like extra touches of detail that if you listen to it, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, the game still works, still plays. It doesn't affect the quality or anything. It just makes it slightly better.
Yeah, I think it's like more like.
Because I played games where. Was that? Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was saying because I played games where like I would just turn off the sound and I just play. I'm like, still fun. It's still or fun or not fun, whatever. It doesn't add to it.
That is true. Yeah. So if we break it down by genre, right? So let's break it down by genre and like answer whether that genre, the game music affects its perceived quality of the game. So let's say, how about let's start with just fighting games like we just talked about.
I don't think so for me.
So if the fighting game is good, you don't really care about the music?
No, because most time I'm too focused on like what the opponent's gonna do next, how I'm gonna attack, what button to push, versus like, and then I don't have time to listen to the music or pay attention to it unless it's like the loading screen. That's the only time I listen to it, I guess.
But loading screen usually does not have music, so.
I don't know. Oh, title screen. Sorry, when you first enter, when you first start the game.
Yeah. Like
the menu screen.
Oh yeah. Like the character select screen.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with that because the music that I do remember is never part of the game itself. It's only like the old Street Fighter games or the old Mortal Kombat games that I would remember that music. Like even Tekken, I don't really remember the music.
Do you think it's like a budget thing or like limitation of technology as well? I guess.
Well, both.
Because like back then they're pretty limited on like the technology, right? They can only make 2D stuff, and it's like very pixelated, and pretty much the most you could get out of it is just like trying to. You're not allowed to put a lot of music or a lot of sound into it because like of the size of the cartridge. Yeah. So it's like, all right, well, we gotta make some sort of music that's like 400 kilobytes at most. That's a lot back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus now where you have like, all right, well, we have this DVD or Blu-ray disc that's like stored up to like 4 gigabytes worth of stuff, of information. So the audio could be pretty nice and everything else could be super nice. The graphic could be very, very nice. Versus like back then where it's like, well, we only have enough to make like 4 different type of sounds. So let's make it iconic and limit, because we're limited.
Yeah, that is true because like nowadays, people will like write a whole orchestra score and then like hire a giant orchestra to play that music, and so you get like a grander, and you think about it, that's kind of sad because back then it was less of, I mean, there's still effort, but less effort than now in terms of like making that music, and then back then it was iconic. But now they're putting way much effort into it, spending more money with orchestras, and not many people remember it. Yeah,
that is kind of sad.
Yeah, and then people just turn off the sound and then just like play the game with the soundtrack.
That's me.
How dare you? Okay, so game music how about game music for RPGs?
I think it's definitely. I say it's 50-50. More like, well, I guess it does matter for RPG games, because they try to sell a lot on like the story. So when they hit like a emotional, well, I'm trying to think of a new game because all the old games I used to play, like they hit a point and the music changed, and you could hear it and then they're talking or whatnot. So you could sort of hear the difference that adds up to adds to the mood. Mm-hmm. So it's like somebody's leaving or somebody's dying. They want to try to convey as much as possible. If you have it where it's just like a weird music, like a weird heavy rock music, while somebody is having emotional breakdown, and you want it to be like a sad moment, it won't sell it as much. So it definitely conveys to it if there's like a story to it.
Yeah, that's true. I like if there is like a scene where like they're doing like a stand-up comedy show and then just super sad music plays. that would just like mess up the whole mood of the game.
Yeah. And plus, I think like those RPG games, like they give you, like they give the player time to just run around and explore, and you just like while you're wandering around, you have nothing to do, so you just have the music to play around, the music to hear, right? There's nothing like intense happening all the time, so you have time to listen.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
get
Like
help.
I remember like when playing Pokemon, I still remember the themes of like each town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like that's all you can do. You just run around until you hit a Pokemon. I mean, not like running a Pokemon over. I mean, like like running around to find Pokemon. But yeah.
Yeah.
So so RPGs is yes, like 50-50. What about horror games?
Ooh.
I know, like
I
just
think
sound itself is very important in a horror game.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I think man, I think anything that adds to the mood and you have time to take it in, like there's like quiet moments. It really, I think it will make or break the game. Because like, especially with horror, but I don't know. It's at the same time like horror has a lot of quiet moments.
Yeah.
Like ambient quiet. So I don't know if that's considered as this music or just like a sound.
Yeah, I think with horror games it's more sound than music. Like I don't think like for me, like I don't remember any music in any horror game. Like
yeah, I don't think there are any.
yeah, except for like the horror games that are based off movies, but that's because they use the movies music. So that's about it.
Yeah. So I guess like in your terms, like that's more of a sound thing than a music thing, right?
Yeah.
The audio is there.
Yeah, that's more like sound engineering and ambience building. Like I don't think that's too much of like game music itself.
Yeah.
How about? I mean, this sounds like a no-brainer, but I could make an argument. So, how about rhythm games?
Don't need it. Yeah. I mean, you know the answer. Pretty sure you needed the music with that one.
Yeah. So actually, I do have an interesting argument in my mind about this one. Music games and rhythm games are like there's a bunch of arrows and stuff on the screen. So the actual music itself, music should be there, but the actual music itself, I think, is very interchangeable. Like it's not. It's not like super key, super important, but the selection of music makes the game more, attractive to people. But if you switch the songs out to other songs that sound good, I don't think there would be much of a difference.
That's true. No, I think you're right. As long as the beat of the song is pretty much the same, you can change it out.
Yeah, that's why I was always curious how like people spend so much money on getting the expansion packs for Rock Band or Guitar Hero, because I was just like, isn't it the same?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like can you just like for me, I would have just to save money, I would have just found a song that was in the same tempo, and then turn off the song on the TV, like play it silently while playing my music on my phone or something.
It's too much work, Tony. Then you gotta sync it correctly at the same time. Wait, the music's gonna start. I need to press play right now. Now I'm off.
Well, then you learn how to off-sync your presses.
Well, people who play those games don't always know how music, Tony.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
but yeah, no, I agree with you. It's interchangeable.
I think we can move on.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you again, Jeremy, for that question.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
To the mailbag and the community question. So, mailbag. We are only on our second episode, so we got no mailbag. So nobody has emailed us yet. Last week there was a community question that I put out. It was what serious movie would have a hilarious spin-off if you follow one of its side characters? And last week Lamb he said the hyena in Lion King. which makes sense because we were talking about It'll be like a TV show, and like you have an intro, 20 minutes of laughing, and then outro, and that was it. But
Oh man.
yeah, like, do you know one? Like, I'm thinking of one right now. I think. Let's see.
Let me see. I remember.
Well, while you're thinking, I'm gonna read one of the answers that was tweeted to us. So John Layola, he's the host of the One Track Punk Show and One Track Gamers. He says, "Can't really think of anything as I don't watch a lot of serious movies." So
I feel you, John. That's like me right now. Like, what?
and then he says, "So I will say Django Unchained." And he says, Christoph Waltz character. Did you watch Django?
Wait, Django? No.
Okay. I didn't either, so thank you for the submission, John, but we don't know who you're talking about.
I'm sure it's funny.
You hear me typing right now because I'm Googling who Christoph Waltz is. Oh, he's one of
the guy from Saw ever have a sidekick?
The guy from Saw? You mean Jigsaw?
Yeah, the Jigsaw guy.
He didn't have a sidekick, but...
Sidekick?
I mean, he had the... I mean, do you care if I'm spoiling it for you?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Spoiler alert, listeners. The doctor he captured in the very first movie ended up being his sidekick for the entire series.
So would like the movie just be him trying to get out?
So you would just have Saw 1.
Yeah, I was like, wait, he's just trying to get out. That's part. It's just a cycle over and over again.
He gets out of one room, then he gets locked in the second room. He gets out of that when he gets back into the first room.
You think he would learn?
Yeah. So did you get one yet?
I'm trying to remember, like, hold on. No. I'm trying to remember, like, series movies. It's hard.
Huh.
I haven't watched a lot of series movies.
You watched John Wick?
I did, yeah.
Did you watch part 2?
No. Isn't it still, like, in theaters or something? Or was it out already?
Not sure if it's finished at the theater.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got nothing on series movies.
Okay. I can't believe I'm like Googling serious movies right now.
I'm trying to remember movie names. It's so hard. I don't even watch movies.
What?
That's why it's hard. Because I think the last one I watched was like, or semi-series was like Suicide Squad. And they're all the sidekicks.
That is true.
Harlequin's the sidekick.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like, well, yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did I even choose this question?
Hard.
I was the one who chose this question. Which is the easier question then? For the next.
Never asked this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even like think of one.
I mean, as long as do you remember what's the last serious movies that you saw?
The last serious movie? I have to go think about like the last movies I saw. So the last movie I saw was Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And then before that I saw John Wick 2. Which I haven't answered if it was in John Wick 2, but then that would also be a spoiler. So
okay.
I don't know. What movie did I see before that? I saw Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but I feel like all like the superhero, like same here. Like I think before I saw Doctor Strange too, but all like those psychic movies for like superheroes are more superhero movies.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like a constant loop of superheroes.
You know what? You remember Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
So you remember Agent Sitwell? He was the guy that was bald and he had glasses, and he was kind of like a mean guy.
Maybe.
Okay.
No.
Okay, never mind. But anyway, that is my answer. That is my answer because that guy is just he's very quirky and like I think like if you followed him as a side character like in his own show, it would kind of be like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it would be more of like him being like a douche all the time. so yeah, it'll be like
Isn't that what happened with like was it Avengers, right? Or Coulson? Agent Coulson?
Coulson.
Coulson? Yeah. That's how Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. was formed. They made a show about that.
Yeah.
Psychic.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Agent Sitwell is another character that would be funny because I think it wouldn't be hilarious, it would be kind of funny. So,
You have a funny, you're kind of funny.
yeah. But yeah, can't do that because he died in the show, in the movie. I don't know if you remember that because the Winter Soldier threw him out the window from the car.
Oh, he actually died.
Yeah.
He didn't keep back like Coulson. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Coulson, it didn't stop Coulson from having a TV show.
Yeah. Actually, he never died.
Huh.
He died like...
Well, he did die, and he came back to life. Okay.
That's a TV show.
Yes. Okay. Okay. We'll just move to the next community question. Do you have one that you want to ask?
Oh, I do not.
Okay. I have one, but like, if you had something, then we go with yours.
No, totally unprepared. Don't know what to ask.
Okay. Let's see. We will ask, what is the worst fictional character that you have ever seen? So it's like, what's the worst like fictional character? Meaning like comic book character or TV show character or movie character. And worst just means like you think it's like the dumbest character or something like that.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I think the first time. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I think it was somewhere in the old days of Beast Wars. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Oh, in Beast Wars?
It's so much. Oh, Beast Wars. Oh, you want a more recent one?
No, it doesn't matter. No, ever. So it doesn't matter.
Man, I'm trying to remember all the characters of Beast Wars now. I love the cheetah. I love the rat.
Wasn't there a wasp?
Yeah. Was it memorable?
Yeah, that one was weird.
Yeah. I remember there was quite a few characters that made questionable. I'm gonna say the wasp because I don't remember it for now.
Okay.
It was a pretty. Oh, man, hold on. Now I look up characters. Beast Wars characters.
I could totally hear your typing too.
That's why I'm trying to talk over it so you can't hear the typing. Oh yeah, there is a wasp. There's like I think there was like a bat that I didn't like.
A bat?
Yeah, that's like a bat. I would send you the picture, but the viewers can't see.
Yeah, that's okay. One of
Man.
these days we might do like a video call or something.
Man, like, I'm looking at the design of these characters now, and then I was like, man, how did I like this? It looks so bad, but I love it so much.
Yeah, Beast Wars is very like very early generation of like 3D animation, so it was very blocky. Yeah, but some of the stories were good, but I didn't like the animation.
Yeah, story's good.
Yeah, stories are good, but the animation was so like I would say low frame rate. Like if you're playing Counterstrike on a 56K modem.
Oh man, I think I don't know. I think for me, back then it was a toss up between. It was either I watch Beast Wars or I watch Reboot. I watched like one episode of Reboot and never watched another episode again.
Yeah, I was just about to bring up Reboot, saying like that was probably a show I never liked.
Yeah.
They moved even like worse than the little action figures that you have.
Oh, I know. Like, I remember I saw it and I was like, nope, doesn't look good. I tried to watch it to give it a chance because a lot of people liked it. I was like, nope, still don't like it. Not at all.
Maybe they should. Maybe they should do a reboot of Reboot.
Oh, they are. They are over here in Canada. Actually.
Wait, is this something that's public?
It's semi-public, I guess, because one of the studio they always like promote on like job openings, like, oh hey, we're working on reboot. Come join the studio that's working on reboot. But then haven't seen anybody working on reboot yet, or heard for anybody that's gonna be working on there.
Maybe they're just saying that.
So it's in.
Because like, what if it's like a reboot for something else, but you know, there was like.
But it is official though.
It's a character limit or something, and then it's like we're working on reboot, and then something got cut off.
Just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, misunderstand.
But I'm gonna say, character-wise, I'm gonna choose all reboot. Does that work? Because I like Beast Wars too much to diss it. I'm a little too biased.
The cast of reboot is the worst character.
Oh man, I hope they don't hear me and yell at me later.
And then you submit your application and you're like, nope.
It's okay, I'm not applying for it.
I think my answer is like Lord Zed's Evil Rangers. I don't know if you ever saw that. It was in Power Rangers the second season. When
Lord Zed?
Yeah, Lord Zed like hired these like punk kids that were really bad actors. They all tried to be super punk, and you know they were dressing the same colors as the normal Power Rangers, but they just acted like, you know, the typical 90s punk kid that doesn't listen, like rebels, you know?
Yeah.
But like bad 90s acting, like the rebels you would see on Saved by the Bell, you know, like that.
Oh.
and they were chosen by Lord Zed to become his Zed's Evil Rangers or something. And so Saban, like the company that makes Power Rangers, they were very on like a low budget. They didn't want to spend a lot of money, so they didn't even do proper costumes for the Evil Rangers. Like they just put them in.
Oh, I just saw it.
Oh, you just saw it?
I just saw the picture. It looks so bad. It's like the robbers.
Yeah, right. They look like they're wearing ski masks that don't really have eye holes in them, or something, right?
Yeah. They're having a hard time breathing.
Yeah, it's like if they took like a nylon like fabric, like the one that like robbers wear, and then put it over their head and color them. Like it's
oh man, it's so bad. You're right.
I think they're called the Dark Rangers or something like that. Yeah,
Dark Rangers.
I thought it was hilarious and hilariously bad. Like even as a kid, I thought they were stupid. Like growing up, I think as kids we have a lot of tolerance, you know. But
yeah,
man,
it was high.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Did you see the pictures of the kids that are not wearing the costume? Did you see them without?
Yeah. Actually, I just saw them. Yeah. Seeing the Blue Ranger looks pretty much the same, like Bobby,
Billy,
and then everybody else is like a punk. Even that's different.
Really, really bad punks. So, but yeah, the costume is just terrible. But yeah, I wonder if anyone agrees with me, or if there's like if anyone out there is super big fan of them that I just offended them. But yeah,
it's only an opinion.
Yeah. All right. So
I agree with.
So community question is, what's the worst fictional character or like dumbest fictional character that you've ever seen created? So yeah, tweet us back. I'll put up the tweet after this episode goes live, so you guys can tweet us back with your answer. Alright, so the next segment is game time. We're gonna play like a really quick game. It's one I just made up. It's called Versus. So, you know, like those games back then where it's like X-Men versus Street Fighter and stuff like that?
Okay.
Yeah. So you choose a team, like name your team, and then choose 5 characters and why. And I'll choose my team and name 5 characters and why. Or we could do it as a way where like, you know, you and I would choose like what versus what, and then we choose one side and name our team.
Wait. Is it fighting each other, or is it kind of like those thing where kind of like the Flash and Superman, they don't really fight? It's a race, right? So what kind of competition is it?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I would say fighting. Like if it was your team versus my team, like who would win?
Okay. Let's see. How about you pick two and I'll pick two, so I can at least counter it.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Alright.
like, what's the
Alright.
what's the topic? Like, what's the team topic? Like you know how like Marvel vs. Capcom, it's Marvel and Capcom, and then like
Oh, right.
you know
So
you could choose like an anime, or you could choose like a video game, or you could choose a comic book.
Well, I don't want to choose anime because you don't really watch anime.
Well, I will have I have like several default fallbacks.
well, I want to choose the default, so you can't choose any.
Well, I have several default fallbacks.
I want to say we could try like anime video games, because then like Capcom and stuff and Street Fighter, that's still considered anime.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we could do Capcom, since that's most of the thing I can remember.
So you choose Capcom? Okay.
Yeah. So
well, if you do that, then I will choose.
choose Marvel.
No. I'll choose Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
So, do you want to go first, or I go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
Let me see who.
Well, for me, you gotta have Scorpion, because
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, you can't like have Mortal Kombat without Scorpion, and with Scorpion you have to have Sub-Zero. So, fire and ice right there. Fire and ice, and then one of them is an evil, vengeful spirit, and the other one's an ice god.
Well, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the background history of things, but I don't know. I think I actually would like Strider Hugh for one of them, just because he's a ninja.
That's fine. You just chose a ninja against my two ninjas.
Yeah, I know, but mine's better.
Okay.
Oh man, this is always like a troll pick, but I kind of like. I want Dan in there. Just because he's the guy that you never suspect, and he's so optimistic. He's like my team cheerleader. He's never there for fighting.
That's true. I mean, you do need a cheerleader sometimes.
Yeah,
but he's so cocky about
I know
himself, though.
I know. That's why, like, Scorpion and Sub-Zero would want to kill him, but then he's a distraction now. And then my other guy would have an opportunity to attack.
I guess. But then Scorpion and Sub-Zero, they'll know that Dan's not a threat. Because, well, actually, I don't know. Scorpion might be blinded by his vengeance.
But then, like, either way, he's either going to be a distraction or a cheerleader. So either
Okay.
so it works out.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what's the history of it, but so Akuma, he was part of the same dojo as Ryu and Ken, right?
Yeah, he was actually the brother of Ryu and Ken's master.
Oh, okay, the brother of the master. Okay. So actually, I will take him. I will take Akuma.
Okay. I just thought that was funny. It's like, oh, he was the brother of Ken and Ryu's master? Okay, I'll take him. But then, but I guess I forgot to tell you, he also killed Ryu and Ken's master.
Yeah. I remember he killed somebody. He did something bad. So that means he's stronger than the master that taught Ken and Ryu. So in theory, he should be stronger than them.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
And he's pretty dark already as it is, so against your characters, I don't need to show compassion.
Okay.
Except for Dan, he could do friendship.
Jeez, Dan's so annoying. You know what?
I know, see?
So Dan is annoying, but he can't fight, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
choose Liu Kang because
What? Liu Kang can fight?
what?
Well, I thought Liu Kang could fight.
No, what my argument is, Liu Kang is really annoying, but he can fight.
Oh, damn it. You and your useful characters. Let me see. I don't know. Oh man, it's hard for me to think of more just because like if I talked earlier about music in games, and now all I'm thinking is like the Gal theme song.
Yeah, everything goes well with the Gaio theme song, right?
I know, man. Okay, so you had fire. I'm trying to think.
You know, I could choose the next one for mine. I would choose Shang Tsung because he can change into anyone.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Zero
Oh, from Mega
from
Man?
Mega Man. Yeah, because I don't know how robotic he is, but he doesn't have a soul to steal though, right? It's a robot.
I mean, I thought...
Does he? He has programs.
I guess. Well, I don't know, because wasn't there like... So I don't know much about the Mega Man storyline. I don't know if like Mega Man has a soul or not.
Yeah.
But then he does have free will, because because that's the whole thing about the Mega Man characters is that they have free will, right?
Some of them.
I guess.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about though. It's one of those things that some episodes. I remember there are some episodes where they make it debatable.
Yeah.
So it's all up in the air. But I'm gonna pick him anyways because he's cool.
Okay.
Then I'll pick the next one.
Okay.
So how many do we have? So I have Akuma, Dan, Zero. I picked one more already, right?
Yeah, Strider.
Strider. That's right. See, he's such a ninja that he even evades my. That even I didn't notice he was there.
Man, that's good.
And that's good, right? I know who's on my team. He's like the sixth person. And then I'm gonna. Oh man, I kind of want Zangief. Just he's so stupid. just he's totally gonna lose to whoever you throw at him, and he looks that way, and he's never like appealing.
Yeah, he doesn't get knocked down. Like that's a good thing.
He's like such a big target for all of your characters.
Who can actually counter him? I mean, like, ideally against him. I don't want someone that like. I'm not gonna choose someone like Shao Kahn. Oh wait. Actually, you know what? I'll choose Goro because I'm sure that they would both enjoy fighting each other.
And they both have no shirts as they rest everything. Oh, okay, what?
Yeah, I think if Zangief can break Goro's 2 arms, then like 2 of his 4 arms, then it becomes an even match.
But that's why Dan's there to distract him.
Yeah, actually, Goro is kind of dumb too.
Oh, is he? Perfect.
Yeah.
Dan will be the perfect distraction for Goro.
That's funny you said perfect, like the Street Fighter voice when you beat someone.
Yeah.
Like, it's like perfect. Okay. So so we just did Mortal Kombat versus Capcom, and Mortal Kombat team was Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, and Goro. And then Capcom was Strider, Zero,
Dan,
Akuma, and Zangief.
It's so obscure. I'm not even choosing like the better ones. I think Akuma is like the better one of all. Probably.
You chose the extreme like range, you know, like the super good one Akuma and the super bad one Dan.
I gotta balance out my team, man. I don't want to make it too powerful.
And then Zangief.
and then there's Zangief. He's just there.
Yeah.
All the characters I could have chosen. I don't know why I picked them.
Do you remember watching the Street Fighter movie?
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. I love that movie.
I just remember like Zangief being so dumb in that movie. Like there was like you remember that scene that they were like about to attack like that building they were in, and then it was being broadcasted live on TV, and then like Zangief like and everyone else was watching, and then like stuff started happening in the building they were at, and then Zangief like looks to everyone and says, "Quick, change the channel."
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yes.
Damn it! Oh man. So good luck with your team.
Dude, they're gonna be fighting themselves. Man,
Yeah.
but I could have chosen better characters, but I chose not to. Like there was Sigma, because then you can never defeat him, because there's always one form. There's more than one form.
Oh yeah, Sigma's crazy. Oh, you know there's a new Marvel vs. Capcom video game coming out.
Is it 4 or something?
It's called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Okay, I
And-
think I remember part of it, or hearing about it.
Yeah, but the main boss is like a fusion character. It's Sigma and Ultron.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because it's like the two super android people. Like they're really like not android like Google Android. I mean like like robots, like the super crazy robot people. So that's
Doesn't Jin have a robot or something?
he has a robot, but he isn't a robot himself.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you chose Ultron, I would have chosen Jin. so would Ultron be Jin's robot?
No. Jin has his own mech suit or something like that that shoots like
Oh,
machine
okay.
guns. I don't even know where Jin is from actually. Like I know he's in Marvel vs. Capcom, but I don't know where he's originally from.
Yeah, me neither. I remember I liked him, but I don't know where he came from. I was like, oh.
I just remember that I liked him because he kind of looked like Strider.
And same here. That's why I just chose Strider.
Anyway, let's go to the last part. So the final lap. Quoc, you got anything to promote?
No.
Okay. For me, I'm doing some videos on like the Flash and Arrow, so you guys can see them on my YouTube channel. YouTube channel is youtube.com/thepianocian. So that's ThePianocian. I'll also link it in the description. But other than that, you guys can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at NTFTTPod, or use the hashtag AskNTFTTPod to submit any questions or topic suggestions. So you guys can also email us at ntfttpod@gmail.com, and you'll see the links in our podcast description as well. You got anything else to say?
It was good to hear from you again. I'll see you in I'll see you this weekend because of T's wedding.
Oh yeah, I'll see you this weekend. Cool.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. Not about the wedding. I just forgot that you're coming back too. I cannot forget about the wedding because I'm a groomsman. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I figured the guys were the groomsmen.
Yeah. All right. So until next time, everyone. No time for time travel pod. Warp speed. See ya.
Bye, everyone.
I love the Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Power Club.
No time for time travel.